Heads or tails, Gator?
I would go with tails.
He goes with tails. It is a tail. Would you like to receive or defer?
I will defer.
All right, Doug. Hope you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you're ready. All right, question number 1. Arch Manning goes 11 for 25 with a touchdown and a pick, but all in all, he looks bad against UTEP. What's going on there, man?
So this could be just a massive misevaluation. The kid coming out of high school, he threw 9 straight incomplete passes against UTEP, and he's missing guys. Like, there are guys running open, and he's throwing the ball sometimes in the vicinity. It's year 3. It's not year 1. I mean, it's too early to completely say this is a bust situation, and he probably does deserve some more time. And you open at Ohio State, yeah, that's a tough way to start your career as a full-time starter. But struggling at home against UTEP, yikes. I mean, this is trending in such a bad direction. I almost feel bad for him because some of those misses were big-time misses. I would be very concerned if I were a Texas fan.
Yeah, I think there's reason to be concerned, but I think this is growing pains, just having a very young quarterback with young receivers and high AF expectations. He might very well be a bust, but it is way too early to declare that. Give the kid some time and let him get grounded a little bit before people start throwing that label around there. But I do find it interesting that Texas looks like they struggle more than perhaps they should.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to start asking, maybe Arch Manning just isn't that good. If you look at his high school career, he never won a state title. There were many at that time who criticized the competition he played against was just lower competition. And maybe there's a reason why he didn't transfer and he sat behind Quinn Ewers is because he wasn't good enough and wasn't ready, and he knew this and he needed more seasoning. And now that he comes out as a full-time starter, he's just not that good. Maybe. I don't know. All right, Notre Dame is 0-2. Do they suck?
No. Notre Dame's pretty good. I get it. 0-2 is no way you want to start, but when you lose to Miami and Texas A&M, those are two pretty good teams, and those are two pretty good games. They've got a chance to run the table the rest of the way. USC is the one ranked team right now that stands in their way. But I think that as the season goes on, like what I said with Arch Manning, when you've got a young quarterback like they do in C.J. Carr, he's going to get better as the season goes on, as he gets more experience. And when that happens, it's going to catch up with the rest of the talent that's there on that team. They're a well-coached team. I think Notre Dame is very solid. I don't think they're one of the top 5 teams in the country, but I think Notre Dame is way above suck.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Asher, defensive coordinator, might suck, but Notre Dame doesn't suck. They got a redshirt freshman quarterback. They got another one. I mean, Tyler Buckner, who started at Notre Dame and started at Alabama, has also played college lacrosse. He's the one who drops that extra point hold. It's hard to believe, but they were 2 top teams. They played down to the wire. Look, I don't think they suck at all. I actually think they might be pretty good. Those were both very close games. Sometimes you just don't make the play in the end, but their schedule lightens up significantly. So I would say no, they don't suck.
Yeah, obviously they played some really good teams to start the season and it didn't come out with a win. So people are going to ask, are we good or not? But they're still ranked in the top 25. So I think people know who they played and they see the schedule coming up. I could still see them running the table and making the playoffs. So no, Notre Dame does not suck. At least not yet. All right. Is Vanderbilt for real?
I think they are. They've outscored opponents 120-30. They pounded South Carolina Saturday, and Diego Pavia is one of the absolute most exciting and fun players to watch in college football. Did you see the SEC Any Given Saturday show on Netflix by chance?
No.
Okay. He kind of reminds me of Kenny Stabler.
The Snake?
Yeah.
Former Bama quarterback?
Exactly. He's got that gunslinger pool shark vibe. So, yeah, I think they're for real. And Pavia is El Serpiente.
El Serpiente, huh? Nice. The snake.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think it's way too early to tell, but I'm going to doubt that they're for real. I don't think they're for real. It's still Vanderbilt. Yes, they beat South Carolina. And for some reason, South Carolina was ranked as high as they were. I'm not sure why.
Heisman Trophy caliber quarterback.
Okay, great. And they beat South Carolina State, and I forget who the other win was against. And
Virginia
it was
Tech, right?
Yeah, I think it was a closer win against Virginia Tech, and they beat South Carolina State, but they got scored like 36 points. I don't know. I'm not terribly impressed with I guess South Carolina. I think they're going to be great. So if Vanderbilt beats them, Vanderbilt seems like they nip somebody every year for the last couple of years. They've gone up and done that. And I can appreciate that, but they are not for real. Reality is going to hit them in a couple of weeks when they take on Alabama.
Reality is going to hit you, Gator. All right, Vanderbilt is for real. Okay, no, but seriously, I think they are for real this year. If you look ahead at the schedule, Alabama's not the same Alabama. Okay, Arch Manning, we already spoke about him. I mean, he may not be that good. Texas is struggling. Tennessee has dominated the rivalry, and that's the last game of the season. But it's a rivalry game. I could see Vanderbilt. Man, they're ranked in the top 25. I think they are for real. Watch out for Vanderbilt. I could see them doing something this year. All right, have you seen anyone in college football this season that you think be a good fit for the Lions?
It's funny. I want to stare at offensive lines and see which offensive lineman's gonna come out and surprise me, and I can't think of one that stands out to me. And then there's all the skill position players are the ones that you're really going to see, but I know that's not where I'm focused on because I don't care about running back, wide receiver, quarterback for the Detroit Lions or tight end for that matter. What I'm looking at is either the offensive line or the defense. And the guy who stands out to me, not a position of need, but just a football player. And I figure if you could add this guy, which is no way he's going to be available to you, Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, is so freaking good. And I just think having a guy like that on your team, how can things go bad? Okay, did you miss out on getting, the position of need? But, we know how Brad Holmes drafts. He drafts for best player available. And if Caleb Downs is available to the Lions, can't imagine he wouldn't be the best player available.
Well, he's pretty damn good. There's no doubt about it. So certainly one to keep an eye on. How about 2028 Bryce Underwood? That'll be about the time when the Lions are looking for the next quarterback.
Oh, boy.
And so, I wouldn't want him to get a quarterback before then. So the funny thing is, part of it is, I haven't figured out which center I think can dominate yet or edge right. Honestly, right? I haven't. The season just started, so it's kind of a punch button cop out answer because on my draft prep, it was going to start if the Lions lost to the Bears, okay? But we didn't have to go there. So I have no draft prep done yet.
Oh, boo, cop out. Yeah. I'm going to dream, Gator. You like to dream? We like to buy the lotto tickets. I'm going to dream. Deny Dennis Sutton. I mean, he's the perfect complement of Hutch. Penn State, they just know how to breed pass rushers, man. The program he comes from, big frame, like I said, perfect complement for Aiden Hutchinson. We're going to be talking about it until they get somebody. So, you know what I mean? So, Brad, just do it already. Which team is the most overrated or underrated after 3 games?
I'm going to give you one of both. I can't believe South Florida isn't ranked after beating Florida and Boise. Seems weird to me. Penn State at number 2 with wins over Villanova, Florida International, Nevada. When all 5 teams ranked directly behind them all have more impressive wins than Penn State. I would have the Nittany Lions behind LSU, Georgia, Miami, Oregon, and Florida State. And I would have South Florida ranked. So I think South Florida's underrated. Penn State's overrated.
I look at this and, I suppose I could answer it the same way you would. I'll give you the overrated first. I think LSU is overrated. I think Brian Kelly is already he's feeling the heat down there. He's lost his accent, and he's snapping at the media when they come away beating Florida, and the first question the media asks him is about why isn't the offense working, and Kelly can't handle that question. First question, he can't handle it. He starts going off on this reporter. And then he has to apologize for it. It's just kind of strange. I think LSU is overrated, even though they're struggling, and they've got a Heisman candidate quarterback, a guy who's generally regarded as being a top 10 pick in the draft, and Garrett Nussmeier, but it's not. But just not playing like it. The underrated, I'm going to say this: Alabama, I think, is a little underrated here. Now, they got a tough game this week against Georgia, right? But the team that you're going to see down the road is going to be one of the toughest teams in the country. They're starting to figure things out there. He's got as a quarterback. He's got some players around. They're going to build week to week. They're starting to figure out what it's like to play for that coach. And Kalen DeBoer is a really good football coach. I think that Alabama's underrated.
So I took this question literal because it was overrated or underrated, and I just chose underrated.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Exactly.
That's okay.
So my team is C above answer, Vanderbilt. If it was any other SEC team, they'd re-rank higher, guys. Big road win against South Carolina. They're 3-0, 3 convincing wins. If it wasn't Vanderbilt, they'd be a lot higher where they're ranked, but they are, so I think they're underrated. Our last one, which team mascot annoys you the most?
That raggedy-ass Nittany lion that parades the sidelines at Penn State football games. What the hell is that? I swear to God, this thing is a throwback. It might be the same costume outfit that they had before Joe Paterno got there. They just have not invested in anything that would be resembling a modern-day football team. It's just annoying as hell to me. It doesn't even try to be larger than life like all mascots are. It's just some dude wearing a cat outfit.
I agree. I went with the Nittany Lion because it looks like it's been recycled and reused from a 1960s middle school play.
Yes. How bad does that thing smell, you think?
They all smell terrible, I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
That one looks like it smells terrible. Okay.
Just brutal.
All right, I got Notre Dame leprechaun guy. Dude, wear something on your head. I don't want to see your face. That annoys me the most because I think mascots should all be wearing the full getup from head to toe. And he's just like a dude running around, right?
I got a gold vest and a green hat.
He's feisty. He's like Scrappy-Doo, and nobody likes Scrappy-Doo.
There you go. And that concludes the live animal mascot transfer portal NIL blitz thingy. People have asked about Goff. He will join us next week. Next show tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. It's a long way to go. He'll join us tomorrow.
He'll be with us tomorrow because they play a Monday night game. That's all I needed to say, and I completely effed it up. I'm new here. I apologize. 97.1.